Kontynuujemy śledztwo Wielkie Sympozjum z poprzedniego odcinka i chcemy zabić Al-Rabisu. Także idziemy. Wielkie Sympozjum. Weź udział w sympozjum w Domu Mądrości.
Pardon me. I am looking for the great scholar's lecture.
Basil Fahim's lecture about the antediluvian antecedents of humanity will begin soon. In the meantime, please enjoy our ample stock of exquisite delicacies and tasty refreshments.
Where is Arib al-Ma'muniyya, the poet? Where is Arib? I hope to catch a whiff of her magnificent aura. So rare to see her outside of the round city.
The beloved is in the garden, ruminating upon the perfection of nature.
Oh, to be a flower held in her discerning hands, inspiring such languid verse.
She must be relieved to be free of her wealthy patrons for a change.
Oh, perhaps she leads an exciting secret double life, slipping out of the palaces to find inspiration in common life.
I doubt it.
A translator? Hunain, you should not be back so soon.
I know. I'm still nervous, but I couldn't stay away from my books.
I guess we must always do our duty.
وداعا.
That astronomer might be one. Sayyidi, I am honored to make your acquaintance.
Good to see more young people enjoying the House of Wisdom.
Do you think the great scholar will give a good lecture?
Do not waste time listening to his nonsense. I have written many more edifying and practical books instead.
On which topics?
I have written extensively about sundials, astrolabes, stars and planets, and the circumference of the Earth.
Fascinating, Sayyidi. I shall read more of your work soon. Wada'an. That astronomer might be one of them, though I doubt it.
Hey, Nine Fingers, over here. I told you I'd see you around.
Indeed. And what brings you back?
I want to show you something. These House of Wisdom boars collect the wildest trinkets and gadgets.
I have been here before, Nihal. This is Ahmed ibn Musa's office. Have you been sneaking in there?
Ahmed and his brothers are capable of designing some fantastic devices.
Not all of his ideas are that practical, I'm afraid.
Don't be so smug. The world is full of wonders. It gives me a tingle down my spine. Like I'm nearing a cosmic secret.
You read too much about magicians and lost cities buried beneath the dunes.
You don't read enough.
Perhaps there are other worlds, other people out among the stars.
Nonsense.
Does this remind you of your nightmares?
No. More like something from the Bimaristan. Or a training chart of the Hidden Ones.
Ah, yes. The swift ways to kill silently. Death in seconds.
This. I have seen this one before. Is this what you wanted to show me?
Yes. It reminded me of that object we found at the palace. What is it?
A drawing from an ancient book.
There is something you are not telling me.
You do not want to know what happens behind closed doors.
Why? Because you do not know either?
Because, as Derwish says, sometimes it is better not to know the truth behind the things we must do.
The truth, Basim, is that everything is here in front of you. But you refuse to look at it. This is about you. It has always been about you, ever since that night.
I took an oath, Nihal, to leave my old life behind and walk this path of shadows.
And maybe someday you will find the light. But until then, I will walk behind you every step of the way to remind you not to forget who you are.
Is that a threat?
I do not know.
Jaka historia wątkowa. Dobra, poetka Ari podpoczywa na wschodnim zewnętrznym dziedzińcu. Idziemy. Gdzie to jest? East, tutaj, dobra. No i co? Nie widać jej.
There is that poet Abid loves, whose work keeps turning up in unexpected places.
Spirit of the sands, pilot of desert ships. So, yes?
Symmetry of sky and sea, but only
You have read my work.
a lover of poetry, nothing more. And of order. Or should I say, chaos.
I know only one living poet who loves chaos that much. Ali ibn Muhammad. Are you a fan of his pedestrian work?
The rivalry between you two is legendary. It enhances the craft. I cannot choose.
You are most diplomatic. But I would rather seek inspiration among these lovely blooms. Good day.
Sounds like the lecture is about to be.
Postacie niby są tutaj poboczne w tej grze, ale tak napisane trochę bez przekonania. Zapomnij się o nich.
Pardon me. Is Fazil Fahim's lecture ready to begin?
Indeed it is. Head inside if you please.
Welcome, one and all, to the House of Wisdom, center of learning in Baghdad, indeed, of the entire world. I am Fazil Fahim al-Kimsa, first scholar of the House of Wisdom, wisest of the wise. Today, I will shock you with what may sound like outrageous blasphemies. Do not fear, good people. Though I am old, my mind remains sharp as steel. Today, I speak of mysteries, of creatures from the antediluvian age. Do not the ancient prophets tell us about giants from before the flood who forsook Allah and worshipped false idols? Is it not possible these giants built marvels, works of wondrous power, now lost to us?
Zahra and Hassan are both dead, slain by an assassin's blade.
They are dead.
Sayyidi, I urge you to hide until it's safe. Apologies, people, but our lecture has concluded. Please, feel free to explore the House of
Dobre.
Wisdom's many fine chambers.
Uniknął ostrza.
You call yourself the great scholar, Fazil. You who burn books and hope the smoke will hide your crimes. How many did you sacrifice in your search for knowledge? How many did you use, damage, and discard in the name of discovery? Now you hide within the House of Wisdom. The house you led astray. But I will find you. And I will exact justice for every soul you savaged for your great work.
Zabij Fazila. Przywódca zakonu nosi przydomek Al-Rabisu. Tożsamość ujawniona. Fazil Al-Kemsa, wielki uczony domu mądrości. Jego czyny od nielegalnego pozyskiwania cennych ksiąg po przeprowadzenie bluźnierczych eksperymentów na ludziach. Zdradził się podczas wielkiego sympozjum. Czas zadać cios. Okej.
It is true. Fazil leads the order in Abbasiyya. I need to hunt him down. Gatekeeper, let me pass.
Those who came before are...
What are you talking about?
Those who came before are...
Let me get back to you.
I've lost Fazil's greatest work.
The old fraud Fazil went into hiding.
I remain profoundly unedified.
Did you see the powerful terror on the great scholar's
What do you think frightened the great
Looked like
scholar?
somebody about to get his
The
skull
old
drilled.
fool must have imagined one of his antediluvian
Forget I
creatures.
mentioned it.
He's an absolute disgrace.
But where did he run off to?
There's rumors of hidden passages beneath the House of Wisdom. Maybe he hid down there.
I have heard the rooftop gardener mention these places, yes.
What a colorful detail to include in my verse. The scholar by secret tunnels fled, chased by delusions of deities who want him dead.
Go, Enkidu. Pardon me, but I heard a rumor about a hidden basement beneath the House of Wisdom.
A secret basement?
No, not at all. Surely, such a large building must have basements and cellars to store books and inks.
I'm aware of no such location on these premises.
Perhaps a little token of my appreciation will jog your memory.
Father has a fine carpet shop in Samara.
A wise choice. Now, about any hidden cellars.
Oh, yes, of course, forgive me. Now that you mention it, there is a basement hatch in the northwest courtyard.
Thank you.
A jednak sobie przypomniał. Za pieniążki. Zachodni, zewnętrzny dziedziniec. To nie tu. Bibliotekarz. Na górze jest.
Looks clear.
I've lost
I can use
Fossil's
my
greatest
weapons
work.
again if needed.
What do you mean you lost the great scholar's masterwork?
I'm sorry. I was distracted by the presence of the famous poet Arib.
Forget the poet! We better find Fazil's book, or we're both dead.
Sounds like part of a passphrase.
Wait, what?
Dobra, w końcu to wykonamy. Będzie trofii. Dobra, raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć. Dobra, powinno wpaść. Nie do zatrzymania. Dobrze, jest. Srebro.
That book looks out of place wedged behind a desk like that. A history of the great scholar and his magnificent reforms of the House of Wisdom by Fazil Fahim. Not sure if this is the correct volume. Better not use my weapons here. The Folly of Poetry by Fazil Fahim. Does not sound too romantic, to be honest.
Soon I will go to...
Hey!
This letter mentions a private reading balcony. Might be where the reader has taken the book.
Hey!
An impressive volume, written by Fazil Fahim. Could be his masterwork. Its title is, Those Who Came Before Are Those Who Shall Return. This has to be it.
Who's...
Wait, what?
Hey, hold on!
I will grind you to a pulp. Quickly! Come, be crushed! Is it my turn?
Hey, where?
better not use my weapons here. I better not use my weapons here.
ما الذي يحدث؟ لن تنسى العام الماضي.
أعتقد أن الحراس سيتدخلون.
Gatekeeper, those who came before are... The great scholar... No! We are done. Again. The folly of... No! Again I... Are those who... Correct! You may proceed!
Dobrze, że są próby 3 do skutku. No są piwnice. Dobrze.
Hey! Don't worry. We've got plenty of volunteers.
You can pull my... What was that? Is something going on?
Jeszcze jeden nożyk został.
is a deep wrongness here. A reek of rotten iron. Those robes might help me get closer to Fazil.
No mam szaty? Dobra, tu mam schematy.
What have they done to these people?
Okej, tutaj są szaty.
Poor guy will not need this anymore. This should help me blend in.
Take me back there. I don't belong here.
Next subject! In here, now!
There are horrors here, but the most terrifying thing is that I have seen it all before. Somehow.
Who dares meddle with my great work? Killing my allies and spoiling my lecture. It's an outrage.
It looks like the handiwork of a trained assassin.
Must be some faction in the Round City. Or one of those jealous...
Tu jest ten uczony?
These killings were too subtle for me.
Ta.
No matter. Once I understand how the mechanism works,
No to jak go
I will
załatwiamy?
prove myself to Al-Bahamud.
In here, Lackwit.
You are new, aren't you? I don't recognize you. They promised you gold when you volunteered, yes? No matter. What you are about to behold surpasses all worldly riches. Don't be afraid. Are you afraid? This is my great work. I call it Arua. It will take you on a journey to another realm. Why did the first ones leave this world behind filled with fools, I wonder, and make so few of me? We call this the House of Wisdom, but its foundations are unsound. For beneath the House of Wisdom lies the Dungeon of Ignorance, and upon such dark secrets we build our philosophies. Science is the noblest purpose. Knowledge is the greatest power.
No.
No? Then what?
No dobrze, teraz. I trzeba będzie uciekać chyba.
This may be the place. It may be here where lies absolute knowledge. It is not how I remember it. Behind the doors, it looked fighter.
But in the end, all we see is darkness.
No, trofeum powinno wpaść za pokonanie Fazila. Jest, krew demona. Brąz. Wyeliminowany, Al-Rabisu.
The scholar's notes. He believes in these ancient beings, the masters of memory. No question about it. Fazil was neck deep in the Order.
Dobrze. Ten poległ też. Zlecenia nie ruszamy. Dopiero później. A, to są księgi mądrości. Dobra, cofamy się. Siedziba Abbasi.
Basim ibn Ishaq.
How did you find this place?
Easy. I just followed the trails of blood.
You should not be here.
Do you talk to him?
Sometimes. Yes.
But he does not answer. I do. We have drifted apart since that day. But what we have seen back at the palace, this light, these sounds, you cannot have possibly forgotten.
Unlike you, Nihal, I keep the past in the past.
You call yesterday the past? And this jinni of yours, this repulsive shadow that crushes your chest, has it crawled back into the past too?
No. It is still here. Sometimes, even in the day, I feel its breath on my neck. The nightmare invades the real world, or has always been part of it.
This is part of your reality, Basim. I am a part of your reality too. I am your past. Tell me, will you leave me there? In the dark corners of your memory?
I will not.
Now, if you could invent a mechanical rug sweeper, Basim.
It is done.
And how did it all play out?
I'm afraid this is a tale for another day. We will save it for one of our campfires.
You have done well, my friend.
Better get back to my work. You know how easily I get. Thank you for what you did, Basim.
It is the truth. You have done well. One last thing. Arib. Was she involved?
Not that I know. But we must remain vigilant.
Ranga adept.
David, I would like...
Please.
Tak, ten już. O nie,
What
są
can you tell me
następne.
about Ahmad ibn Musa?
The son of a famous astronomer. Together, they wrote the book of ingenious devices, describing their wonderful...
What made him join our cause?
The Banu Musa were once close to Al-Mutawakkil, but grew disgusted.
What happened?
They refused to
There are many reasons to be disgusted.
Was there anything else?
What is important in Abbad?
This district is the heart of learning in Baghdad.
Any key places to investigate?
Follow the trail, wherever it leads. Besides the House of Wisdom, be sure to visit the 4 markets, the observatory.
I remember the observatory well. I met the great astronomer.
Excellent. Finally, if you need to soothe sore muscles, a steam bath at the splendid Hammam of Abbasiyah is a joy.
After a night of clambering across rooftop.
Was there anything else?
Tell me more about you.
Me? Not much.
Come now. Do not...
As you wish. I come from Nubia, a dry land south of Egypt. There, I learned a fiery sense of right from wrong. We revolted.
Someday, you should tell the whole tale.
Was there anything else?
Thank you. Hello.
Welcome.
Have you devised any...
Take a look. Is that it?
Can you make this...
Be my guest.
150.
Seen enough?
Remarkable.
Farewell.
Umiejętności. Albo Hamut jeszcze jest. Co mam? 4, ok. Zobaczymy co można. Drugie, dodatkowe. Lub to rzucanie, atak z powietrza, ptak. Dobra, zrobimy drugie. A tutaj mistrzostwo do liniarstwa, mieć kradzieży kieszonkowej, dobra. To niech będzie. I to może starczy. Dobrze. No dobrze, to tu będzie jeszcze powołanie Neihala. Ukryte miejsce muszę znaleźć. Wskazówki. Dobra, gdzie jest ukryte miejsce? Peta, satyryk, konkubina. No jest sporo tego. Wyjdziemy. No i to zadanie będziemy kontynuować w następnym odcinku.